Imagine two athletes with identical physical training and diets at the starting line. The gun goes off. One explodes down the track, the other freezes. If their physical capacity is exactly the same, why is the output so wildly different? Modern society obsesses over optimizing the human body. We track daily step counts, meticulously plan gym routines, and schedule preventive checkups, assuming a finely tuned physical machine guarantees peak performance. This is known as the hardware fallacy. A perfectly maintained body can still fail to execute. You can have the stamina of a marathoner, but if you hit a mental wall, your best ideas remain trapped in your head. There is simply no drive to act on them. When potential energy moves through a wide, high-capacity pipe of physical hardware, it eventually hits a restrictive choke point, mental programming. The body acts as the visible execution system, governed by the invisible operating system of the mind. If that mental operating system relies on outdated programs, state-of-the-art physical hardware cannot process the commands. It becomes practically useless. The human operating system functions through 5 interconnected hubs: thoughts, emotions, beliefs, memories, and habits. These components feed data into a central processing core that determines the boundaries of reality, sorting every scenario into a binary output of either possible or impossible. Left unchecked, this system is susceptible to infection. A fixation on past failures, negative self-talk, and constant social comparison act as cognitive viruses that disrupt the network's equilibrium. These viruses throttle performance by actively draining focus and consuming vital mental RAM, leaving fewer resources available for actual problem solving. This mental load triggers a physiological response, as the brain signals the body to divert energy toward managing internal stress. This sustained diversion eventually causes the physical hardware to crash, manifesting as burnout, chronic exhaustion, and a complete inability to take action. Reversing this decline requires a daily update protocol. When a digital device slows down, a restart clears the cache and restores speed. The human operating system requires similar daily habits to keep it running smoothly. The first maintenance rhythm is awareness. This involves monitoring internal processes to catch automatic reactions or emotional triggers before they can execute their usual routines. The second rhythm is clearing clutter. Pausing to breathe, meditate, or sit in silence acts as a manual system restart, wiping the temporary background processes that drain energy. Finally, new scripts must be installed. Using tools like journaling and active learning, old fear-based scripts are overwritten with solution-focused programming. These simple update rituals prevent the mind from getting stuck in inefficient ways of processing reality, ensuring the hardware is always prepared for change. While daily updates maintain the current version of the self, growth requires strategic, long-term upgrading. Updating maintains stability, while upgrading shifts baseline capacity to a higher level of performance. Upgrades occur when the software is forced beyond its comfort zone. Challenges like learning a language, starting a business, or leading a team create the necessary friction to evolve. By identifying a long-term vision for health, relationships, and finances, the next mental capabilities to be built can be chosen strategically. Programming the software through continuous updates and strategic upgrades turns life into a project of conscious evolution. This results in a capable physical body driven by a fresh, curious, and creative mind.